This is your TRX leg routine, going 45 seconds each move. Strap is starting at mid-length. First set of 2 is gonna be focus on quads. So yeah, keep a narrow stance to keep the contraction on the quads, or the focus of your squat on the quads, and that leg extension coming up. And then at the top of each squat, you're just gonna simply step back into a reverse lunge. Again, focus on driving that knee forward for that leg extension. Inhale down, exhale up. There's a lot of breathing in this one. Always just remember, inhale down, exhale up. You can slow the movements down. Don't have to go super fast on those lunges either. And if you can see, my hands are I try and keep them pretty loose because you're not trying to pull yourself up. There, I even kind of you can go with just one finger. Chest is up, shoulders are back, keeping that posture good the whole time. Okay, now we switch into split squat. So it's kind of like a lunge, except for your one leg is stepped back and stationary. I call that the kickstand leg. And then you're dropping down and extending up. Really focusing on that knee extension again here. Closer that knee is into that heel, the more quads you'll get in there. Again, you only need your deepest range of motion that feels comfortable for you. Then inhaling down, exhaling up. Hands are loose. You can keep them elbows bent is kind of where I like to be, but they can be arms extended too. And one pro tip I give is starting on your weak leg first. This is my left leg, and I'm struggling a little bit more than I would be if I started on that leg. But I like doing the single leg stuff just to fight those muscle imbalances. And you're going into your hamstring circuit. We're gonna start with a hinge or deadlift. So shoulders are down, hands push through those straps to keep under those armpits nice and tight. And then knees are slightly bent, and then you're just simply pushing your hips back, trying not to bend the knees. And putting all that tension on that backside of those hamstrings and glutes. Inhale down, exhale, push those hips forward and squeeze the glutes. Maintaining that strong posture, force into those heels for that balance. Okay, we're going into a crossover lunge. I got 2 variations within this one. We're starting with the base level. Some people call this a curtsy lunge. Basically, right leg is going behind left. That knee kind of comes close to that left heel, and you're just lowering down with that left side. I like to think like my hamstring is pulling my glute into my heel, and then I push through that heel, squeeze in the glute to come up. And I start to add a little balance in there, so this puts a single leg focus more on it and just keeps the tension a little bit harder on there. You can drive the knee if you want even a little bit more balance on there. And here, with the harder variation, I give you a little bit more hand pulling on there. But keep it loose if you're doing just the regular baseline crossover lunge. And now we go into our calves. We're just single leg here. You can do both legs too if you want to. Single leg puts a little bit more intensity onto the leg there. I always keep my hands Try and keep them a little bit loose this one, and you got a lot of balance going in there because you're going up on those toes. So you might need to hold on a little bit harder, which is fine. Still maintaining that shoulders back and chest up, staying tall with that posture, and really just focus on driving through those toes and squeezing the back of those calves. Some of them I try and hold a little bit or get like a little bit of a pause at the top if you can. And your last one is going to be a squat hold with a calf raise. We're going back to both legs. You can hold your squat up as high or as low as you want to. Going lower is going to help you get your hamstrings and glutes in there a little bit more. While you're in a squat position is keeping your knees bent, which is going to get the soleus, which is the side of your calf, a little bit more. Just a little bit different muscle recruitment than your standing version. Again, I try and hold on lightly here, but all depends on your ability to balance on those toes. Some of them I try and squeeze a little bit harder in the top of it. Others I try and just go for reps. Just play around with that. And that is your TRX leg routine.